Tonight on this hour-long Comedy Central Sports Championship edition of BattleBots, it's feeding time for the Mechanical Cannibals, and they've got a hankering for the Giant Nut. After a season of feasting on their competition, we're down to the final four lightweight and heavyweight robots. Beta Raptor will try to consume Ziggo. Defending lightweight champ Backlash looks to trash Toe Crusher. Defending heavyweight champ Vlad the Impaler hopes to unplug Voltronic, while Frenzy he wants to waste Biohazard. Then the winners get their just desserts as they fight for their division's championship.
This Comedy Central Sports presentation of BattleBots is brought to you by the United States Army, an army of one.
We're at the All-American Sport Park in Las Vegas, Nevada, where the bills due, and any robot lacking a lust for destruction is going to pay. Welcome, everyone, to a night of championship robot fighting. I'm Sean Salisbury, and we've got gourmet demolition on the menu and none of the metallic filler. Here's my partner, as always, to tell us about it, Bill Dwyer.
Thanks a lot, Sean. It all kicks off with the Ziggo Beta Raptor battle. When this one's done, it's last season's champ Backlash versus Toe Crusher in the other lightweight semi. As for the middleweights, Bad Attitude's going against Spaz, while El Diablo faces the Master. The heavyweight semis features Vlad the Impaler trying to defend his title against Voltronic. Then Frenzy and Biohazard get it on. The super heavyweight final four showcases Atomic Wedgie versus Revision Z and Dissector going against War Machine. Put on those IVs, everybody, because you are going to be drained after tonight. First, Ziggo and Beta Raptor. Chuck Pitzer's Beta Raptor is a nearly impregnable tank thanks to its titanium and spring steel reinforced body armor. This robot has a linear actuator driving arm capable of pressing a full ton. The steel blade-toting spinner Ziggo has absolutely ripped apart the lightweight division this season. Its low center of gravity and spare but sturdy design expose few weaknesses.
Let's go box-side to hear from the competitors.
So you guys got to the semis undefeated and seemingly with not that many problems, just a couple nicks and bruises to the cat, huh?
Well, it looks that way. I've been spending the last hour getting the gearbox running again.
Really?
The outside of it has been fine, though. So as long as I can spin up, I think I'll do just fine.
So at this point, you don't really worry about appearance-wise. It's just mechanics, right?
Nobody worries about appearance at this point.
Hey, and some people do. Thank you.
Well, these rivals are about to slug it out for a shot at the finals. Let's go to Mark Vero for the introduction.
This is a BattleBots lightweight semifinals event. Introducing in the red square, from out of the past, his specialty is making other robots stink. He's about to get prehistoric on your hiney. It's Beta Raptor. And in the blue square, first he goes zig, then he goes zag, then you go home in a body bag. Behold the rapid rotating force of Ziggo.
This is Chuck Pitzer's Beta Raptor. As last season it was Alpha Raptor, and next season he'll unveil Gamma Raptor.
Jonathan Ritter got enough noise with Beta Raptor, whose design doesn't expose wheels or a weapon for Ziggo to rip off. Box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time. Ziggo's been an offensive juggernaut from the start of this tournament, Bill.
And he is up to speed right now with a first big pop on Beta Raptor.
You've seen him with 3 straight blows on Beta Raptor already from the get-go. It looks like Beta Raptor forgot to unwrap his present.
Yeah, we thought he was going to take the styrofoam off. You got to protect yourself against Ziggo.
Check it out. Already driving himself into those kill saws. Some problem here because he can't get away from them. Must be a drivetrain problem. Now he's able to get away.
Look at Beta Raptor. You see him going in circles. That means he's having tread problems. Only one time.
Oh, another big blow by Ziggo. Ziggo continues to punish and having no trouble getting back up to full speed.
And Beta Raptor is the bot that Ziggo fears most because he can flip him. Ziggo, however, you wouldn't think so. If he gets flipped, he can turn himself over, Sean. That's what his antenna's for.
Well, you want to talk about more robot design? We got a lot of it here, but our Bill Nye is going to tell you more.
In any robot design, you got two things you got to work with. You got speed and you got your weapons. They take energy, they require weight. You got to get the right balance to have a winning design.
Ziggo's got both speed and offensive weapons, but right now, Bill, it looks like he's a little bit damaged too because he's not spinning.
His builder, Jonathan Ritter, says when spinning, he has no weaknesses. However, that trip he took over the kill saws earlier knocked something out.
Both of these bots having trouble. Whoever moves on to the finals is going to have to get their bot healthy and quickly. Ziggo, if he can stay away and stay alive, he will win this fight because he scored most of the offensive points here.
Two damaged bots right here, Sean. It's obvious. Beta Raptor, he's got one tread working and his arm working.
The thing here for Beta Raptor is he didn't score any offensive points before he slowed down. The kill saws are what caused the problem for Ziggo, and the offensive weapon for Ziggo caused Beta Raptor's problem.
Now the crowd wants to see the hammer. They want to see some destruction. This is Ziggo's fight. He's got a chance to push Beta Raptor under the pulverizers. Let's see it.
And there's the countdown on Beta Raptor. Ziggo staying alive. The countdown, this fight is over. Ziggo's going on to the finals to face the winner of Backlash and Toe Crusher.
Check it out. Synchronized sawing. Both robots get a taste of the kill saws. Now, Ziggo knocks the taste out of Beta Raptor's mouth, and he'll fly away. Up, up, and away.
Well, Ziggo survived this war of attrition to move on to the lightweight finals. Now let's get the official word from the box.
The winner by a knockout and advancing to the lightweight championship finals, the blue corner, Ziggo!
And neither of these semifinalists came out unscathed, and I'll bet, Bill, the battle stats will reflect that.
You are a betting man. Ziggo out-hit Beta Raptor 8-3 and caused a bit more hazard damage in this spectacle of robotic brutality.
Well, we need to get down and get some post-fight reaction.
Guys, impressive win. You went for the kill there, went over the kill saw, lost the ability to spin. What happened?
Well, I won't know until I open it up, but I hope it's not too bad. I'm a little worried now. I probably tried to get a little too aggressive.
All right, guys, good luck.
Good luck.
So Beta Raptor goes back to the drawing board while Ziggo goes back to the pits to get ready for the championship.
Guess what? Coming up next, when we come back, we'll see the other lightweight semifinal between defending champ Backlash and Toe Crusher. Then later, Vlad the Impaler goes against Voltronic, and Frenzy squares off with Biohazard to decide the season-long scrum for the heavyweight giant nut.
Oh my God, the pressure!
We're coming right back.
For more information on BattleBots and how you can enter a fighting robot in the BattleBots competition, log on to BattleBots.com.
Christian Carlberg's hoping his last-minute fine-tuning on Toe Crusher will be enough to overcome the considerable semifinal hurdle named Backlash. Ziggo's just demolished Beta Raptor in the first lightweight semifinal. Who's he going to square off with in the championship? It's time to find out.
Jim Smentowski's Backlash wields a gigantic vertically mounted metal disc that's capable of spinning at over 100 miles per hour. Although its design makes it susceptible to flipping, it never shies from mixing it up, as its quarterfinal knockout of Salad proved. In a division where speed rules, Toe Crusher's victories have been dictated by its lightning agility and quickness. On top of that flash, Christian Carlberg knows how to bring the bash with his robot's potent Warhammer spike.
What's interesting is both these robots with radically different designs were able to make it to the semifinals.
Just goes to show you there's more than one way to skin a robot. And when Jim Smentowski isn't bashing metal, he's blasting eardrums with his state-of-the-art car stereo.
I started off with the head unit with a Clarion Max 2256. I had a Rockford Fosgate EPX2 equalizer crossover unit, PPI 6-channel amp, and 3 JL Audio 12W6 subwoofers.
In English, that means Jim's stereo is really, really loud.
I was able to max out at 142.5 decibels. And to put that in perspective, 150 decibels is capable of stopping the human heart.
So turn down the stereo, crank up your robot, and remember, Money can buy you volume, but it can't buy you the giant nut.
Yeah, with car stereo, it seems like the more you spin, the better you're going to do. But it's not always the case with robot building. You can spend a lot of money, but you might not always win.
Let's go box side.
So you're fighting Backlash in the semis. He said he intends to push his opponent and try to destroy him with his weapon. What's your strategy?
Mine's pretty similar. I want to push my opponent around too, hit him with the spike, use the arena to my advantage. As I saw from the last fight, this robot could definitely dance on the saw blades.
As Ziggo lays in wait, it's time to see if he'll face Backlash or Toe Crusher in the lightweight finals. Let's go to Mark Bureau.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a BattleBots lightweight semifinal event. Introducing in the red square, spinning discs will hypnotize, memorize, and pulverize, but never ever apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Backlash. And in the blue square, ready to make a red squishy gelatin mess out of the ends of your feet, here is Toe Crusher.
Box is locked, the lights are on. It's robot fighting time. Semi-final action in the lightweight division. Winner moving on to face Ziggo in the finals. Backlash there with the spinning wheel of death against a lawnmower-looking Toe Crusher.
Backlash, the standing champ. He's going to have his hands full this fight, though.
We'll take a look at Toe Crusher coming out right now with the pulverizers coming out to do a little damage on Toe Crusher, able to get away very, very quick. This is going to be an interesting fight. Two very good offensive and quick bots.
Toe Crusher doesn't have a lot of surface area that Backlash can tear up.
As you see, both the damaging weapons there. Spinning wheel of death looks a little bit crooked, as does Christian Carlberg's Toe Crusher spike. It's a bit bent, so both these guys dealing with, probably 50 cards in their hand now.
That's a bent axle on Backlash right now.
That spinning wheel of death is not spinning. Toe Crusher underneath, pushing him around. Looks like he's still at full speed. But right now, Jim Smentowski just trying to stay alive with Backlash. The spinning wheel of death is finished.
Backlash's got to keep his rear end where all the electronics lay, away from Toe Crusher's mighty pickaxe. This is it. If Backlash wants to, he can back into Toe Crusher, but he's going to leave himself really vulnerable.
Look at the points being scored by Toe Crusher, how beat up the machine Backlash is. When you go on to the finals, your bot's got to be able to continue. Both of these got major damage. Matter who can hang on, and there's the kill saws again.
The kill saws took it to Toe Crusher. Look at him. He's not doing anything right now.
Hazard damage. We talk about it all the time. Christian Carlberg should know a little better, but right now, it looks like the kill saws have damaged him where he's not moving.
Here's a sign of a good driver. Jim Smentowski trying to push Toe Crusher onto the kill saws. He's got nothing else but the ability to shove.
The count's begun. Can you believe this? Toe Crusher dominates the fight. And Smentowski's Backlash wins in an upset even though he had nothing left. Good job. The replay is going to show Toe Crusher dominating, but you got to finish the fight.
That's right. Toe Crusher causing all sorts of weapons damage, warping that huge blade of Backlash's. Backlash looks punch drunk, or maybe just drunk, staggering around the box.
Yeah, Toe Crusher was completely in control till he stood on a volcano named Killsaw. That blew him up big time. Let's go down and get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. The winner by a knockout and advancing to the lightweight championship finals in the red corner, Backlash.
Toe Crusher was definitely in charge of this one, doubling up Backlash in hits and hazard damage along with that weapons damage, but it was Toe Crusher's single trip over the kill saw that ended his trip to the finals. Let's go down to the floor. Walk us through it. What happened?
I couldn't stop. The shaft snapped in half. Well, I was still able to drive and push, and he died before I did, so...
You got to turn around real quickly, so
yeah, I got to turn around quick. Thanks.
Good luck.
A whole lot of resilience and a little bit of luck allowed defending champ Backlash to return to the championship against the hard-hitting Ziggo.
So now we're into the home stretch of this death race. And when we get back, we'll see who can survive to claim the lightweight crown. Then defending champ Vlad the Impaler has his sights on a repeat, but Voltronic, Frenzy, and Biohazard are shooting to knock him off when the heavyweights meet. Ziggo and Backlash know, but you need to know also, please don't ever construct or operate a robot or a BattleBot without proper supervision, and always wear your goggles. Now, after a season spent burying their foes beneath the battle box, Ziggo and Backlash have only each other left in the path leading to the nut. Bill Nye had a chance to talk with Jim Smentowski as he prepares and repairs for the championship fight.
Where'd you get the idea for the vertical disc?
Well, I wanted to do something a little bit different than anybody else has done, and at that point, all the spinning weapons were horizontal spinners, and I wanted to experiment around how a vertical spinner would work.
First one threw your opponent out of the box, didn't it?
No, I didn't throw it out of the box, but I caused a bit of a stir on the safety crew because they were kind of concerned that parts were going to come flying up out of the top of the arena because they didn't have a ceiling on it at that time.
So you put a ceiling on the battle box.
I put a ceiling on the battle box.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Jonathan Ritter and Jim Smentowski have their robots ready for this ultimate battle. Let's go box side.
So you guys, what's going on? You have Ziggo apart. Is there a problem?
There was a problem. One of my gearbox actually jammed. One of my gears bent. I had to take it all apart, put a new gear on. But I spun it up. Seems to be fine.
And you're going to be working on this right up until you go on?
Nah, I'm done now.
Oh, okay. So it's not that big of a problem. We were all concerned. All right, he's fine.
We're heading into history, people. It's time for the lightweight final.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is for the BattleBots Lightweight Championship. Introducing the principals. First, in the red square to my right, it's not the size of the robot in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the robot. And it's absolutely humongous in the defending lightweight champion, Backlash. And in the blue square, he's fought his way through hell and back with 3 simple words: attack, attack, attack. Here is Ziggo.
Jim Smentowski says Backlash's vertical gyroscope spin has been giving him some steering problems, and you don't want that against the agile Ziggo.
Jonathan Ritter has been trying to fix his own steering problems, and he seems to think he got it done just in the nick of time. The box is locked, the lights are on, it's lightweight championship fighting time. 3 minutes until ultimate destruction. Backlash and Ziggo, both of them a little hesitant to come out. Remember now, in the semifinals, both of these bots suffered major damage.
Got beat up pretty bad. Neither one wants to make the first mistake. Ziggo comes out with the first pop. Neither one looking too good right now. Ziggo doesn't want to stop spinning. When he does, that means he's having problems.
There we've seen 3 punches thrown by Ziggo, landed them all. The last one not as severe as the first. Ziggo and Backlash. There goes Ziggo again. To scoring at home, Ziggo's leading this one, even though it's a bit methodical and these guys are calculating. Oh! Take a look at the kill saws now doing some damage on Backlash.
Backlash not able to drive. Spinning wheel of death working, but he was so dangerously close to the kill saws.
Be interested to get into Jim Smentowski's mind and wonder if he's thinking the same thing we are. Just stay alive! But there you go. Maybe the defensive side is the right way to do it. Ziggo knocks him over with help from the saw.
Just stay alive. Oh, he's alive. He's just on his back
and
right
he cannot flip himself over. This fight is being counted down. Ziggo's going to get the cash in the lightweight championship. And he got on the nut, too. Good for Ziggo. Ziggo punishes him from the start, and obviously the replay is going to tell us that.
Right from this first shot from Ziggo, you could tell Backlash was in trouble. Sound the death knell. Ziggo flips the staggered Backlash. As he flips over, his hopes for a repeat go under.
Now, there was some concern before the bout about Ziggo's condition, but he looked just as dominant as he has all season long.
1 minute,
Let's go get the
23
official word.
seconds. The winner and BattleBots lightweight champion, the blue corner, Ziggo!
Oh my, long live the new lightweight champion. And when we get back, we'll recap Ziggo's giant nut-worthy performance, and then it's time for the last 4 heavyweights to fight it out for the prize. Be right back. Oh my, there you see this season's lightweight champion Ziggo giving his semifinal victim, Beta Raptor, an unsolicited flying lesson. Welcome back to BattleBots, everyone, and it's obvious if robots wore hats, they'd all be tipping them to Ziggo right now. Take us through this great championship run.
If robots wore hats, they'd look ridiculous. What a fitting way to cap his run to the nut by demolishing last season's champion. Ziggo whipped Backlash every way possible with a 7-1 advantage in hits, 1 hazard damage, and that awesome nut-clinching flip.
Let's go to the box for the big presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the lightweight division, many came to brave their foes, but one clanged and banged his way to the top, proving that he had more metal muster than any other robot. The BattleBots champion of the lightweight division is none other than Ziggo! Here to accept the BattleBots lightweight championship bout, Jonathan Ritter and Team Ziggy.
You couldn't ask for more excitement or action than we got out of the lightweight semifinals and finals.
Now, these guys have set the bar high for the heavyweights, and when we get back, it's Final Four time. Vlad the Impaler, Voltronic, Frenzy, and Biohazard, and they're going to settle once and for all who is the baddest heavyweight in the 21st century's baddest sport. They've come from far and wide to Las Vegas and scaled the heavyweight mountain. But now these 4 fearless robots have to take 2 more steps to reach the peak. Bill and I are still here, so welcome back, everybody. We've already seen Ziggo claim the lightweight championship and the giant nut. Now it's time for the heavyweight division's Final Four. And partner, I know you feel the electricity.
Oh man, it's coming through this beautiful head of mine, right down through this sweet body. Let's get right to the first semifinal. Gage Cauchois' heartless Punisher, Vlad the Impaler, is the standard by which all other robots are judged. Pound for pound, this is the baddest bot in the land. Vlad's semifinal opponent, Voltronic, is no pushover himself. Felk is eager to avenge his loss to Vlad in last season's finals. This is a grudge match, make no mistake.
I'm making no mistake, and neither of these 2 great bots, but the problem is only one's moving on, and that's too bad because they're both brutally perfect pieces of work, Bill.
Yeah, you know, robot building can be an art form when it's in the right hands.
Hi, my name's Stephen Felk, and I build fighting robots. And this is the San Francisco Art Institute, where a lot of the nasty ideas that come into play got their start. I learned how to be critical, how to sit down and look at your thing, look at your sculpture, look at your robot. Can robots be pretentious? Robots are meant to fight in an arena and beat the living crap out of the other guy. So there's no room for pretension. My particular robot, Voltronic, is the first one I built, and I built it to fight. I didn't build it to be arty, I didn't build it to be creative, I didn't build it to be original or anything like that. It's meant to be a really tough machine. My whole saying on robot building is keep your mouth shut and keep your robot tough.
Vlad the Impaler, Voltronic, heavyweight semifinal, 0 hour. Let's do this thing, Mark Bureau.
Introducing in the red square, all hail the heavyweight champion, the czar of titanium torture, Vlad the Impaler. And in the blue square, his speed is supersonic. The pain he dishes out is chronic. Get used to the potent force called Voltronic.
Gage has to keep in mind that Voltronic has been redesigned specifically for this fight.
Blue driver, are you ready?
Yes, the driver is ready.
Now look at the intensity of Stephen Felk. The box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time. Vlad the Impaler, the defending champ, up against Voltronic, and Voltronic comes out right now trying to score. I think that Steven Felk has to be on the offensive to get rid of Vlad. He's never lost in BattleBots.
Speed and power versus speed and power. Oh, this is going to be great. First advantage goes to Voltronic right now. Couldn't hold on to him, though.
With the size of these two bots and the way they're built, hazards don't become much of a problem unless you get caught on the spike strips. You see the kill saws, but they won't do much damage to either one of these bots.
Now, both these bots so well designed, a lot of armor underneath. Vlad with a near flip there.
But right now, looks like we're having some steering problems because Gage Bourgeois and Vlad the Impaler and Steven Felk driving themselves into the kill saws.
Each bot having a hard time holding on to the other one. Getting underneath, not a problem. Holding on, problem.
These two battled in the heavyweight division last year in a great fight. Although Voltronic was then Voltark,
he's improved.
He sure has. The new
Three teeth.
The winner's going on to face Frenzy or Biohazard, who's our other semifinal match. But these two guys know each other well. It's a matter of staying alive when you get this far in the tournament.
Now, when you take on Vlad, you got to go at him from the side or back. You got to stay away from the strong flipping arms. Steven Felk's trying to do that.
Oh! There's major points by Vlad as he flips over Steven Felk's Voltronic. There you see the lifting arm that can run himself. But take a look at that great driving by Vlad, not allowing himself to flip himself over. Drives him into the wall and the spike strips. And there Steven Felk gets down to Vlad, almost like a hawk on his perch there, waiting to land again on Voltronic.
Nice imagery.
Thank you.
And because of that, oh man, I'm tingling now.
We're inside a minute to go in this heavyweight semifinal match.
Oh, he's lining him up. Oh, he's ready.
Oh, another big blow by Vlad. The countdown's begun.
That's it. If they were in the heart of the BattleBots, he could have righted himself, but no!
But Vlad righted the fight. He's going to the finals. Once again, beats Steven Felk, much to his dismay, but Vlad will be moving on.
Check it out. Voltronic was not intimidated, lifting Vlad precariously close to the pulverizer. Vlad is really in some trouble for the first half of this fight, but then shows that a real champion overcomes adversity, flipping Voltronic onto the saw. Now Vlad smells blood and ferociously nails Voltronic to the wall. He is sending a message, Sean.
He sure is, and he does it quite a bit, and it says, proceed at your own risk. Let's proceed to Mark Vera to make the official announcement.
Time, 2 minutes, 24 seconds. The winner by a knockout and advancing to the heavyweight championship finals, the red corner, Vlad the Impaler.
This one might have been closer if Vlad hadn't made that last charge. And I'm guessing, Bill, the battle stats are going to bear this one out.
It's the story of two fights. Early on, Voltronic had the edge, but Vlad ended up with double the hits, 10-5, plus those 3 lifts and the hazard damage that really slowed his opponent.
Let's find out about it. Let's go box side.
Steven, you're a great sport. It's horrible to see you lose because we know what a great did. The one thing that you couldn't get out. You had your
you know, I have a writing thing to flip myself, and it's not quite working yet. But next time it'll work a little better. And it was a good match. It's the best match I've had against him, and it was a good fight. And he's tough. Don't kid yourself. That is a one tough robot, and he's a very skilled driver at that.
He is.
Vlad, your fave, moves on to the championship.
Yeah, and on deck we've got a gigantic semifinal between two of the best of the business, Frenzy and Biohazard, and the winner will step up to the plate and try to knock the defending champ right out of the bottom. Don't go away.
For more information on BattleBots and how you can enter a fighting robot in the BattleBots competition, log on to BattleBots.com.
It's looking awfully good here in Las Vegas for Vlad the Impaler, who just lit up Voltronic to claim one of the spots in the final. Welcome back, everyone, to this championship edition of BattleBots. And while Vlad idles in the anticipation of another nut, Frenzy and Biohazard are set for a semifinal duel with a shot at the defending champ with the finals on the line. Now, Bill, tell me how this looks here, this fight.
Oh, are you kidding? This one is not for the meek. Patrick Campbell built Frenzy around extraordinary speed and a fast-action titanium battle axe. Biohazard's stealth-like design allow this robot to slide under just about any robot while making it virtually impossible to flip.
Hey, a design so sleekly sinister could only come from a single-minded genius hell-bent on robotic domination.
When we first met, obviously we liked each other, and then he said he built robots, and I'm like, he's kind of a geek.
My wife was a little unsure about the whole thing at first, but now she's into it. She enjoys the competitions.
Now I'm very into it. I love supporting it.
My wife thinks I'm obsessive.
I would describe Carlo's personality as very obsessive.
I just think I'm enthusiastic.
Carlo wanted the robot to be the ring bearer at the wedding.
My mom didn't think it was such a great idea.
But in the end, love and robots conquer all.
I've accepted Carlo and all his robots and everything now.
Carlo's wife may be able to live with his robotic designs, but will Frenzy be able to survive them? Almost time to find out. The winner faces Vlad the Impaler in the finals, and the other goes home in a box. The box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time for 3 minutes or till destruction. Heavyweight semifinals winner going on to face Vlad. I don't think they want a piece of Vlad anyway.
You got to get past this match first, buddy. You know that.
Heavyweight semifinals. That's our slam cam. Frenzy's got it on him. A BattleBots exclusive.
You won't see that anywhere else.
Nowhere. .230 to go here. It's Frenzy with that nice big swinging pick against a very simple design but awfully effective Biohazard.
Patrick Campbell, Frenzy's builder, told me that low bots are the best for Frenzy to beat on, and you don't get much lower than Biohazard. He's only 4 inches tall.
The key here is that Biohazard gets into you so close that that arm is so long that the pick doesn't do any damage to Biohazard.
Biohazard, such a beautiful design, and he's all electric, unlike most bots, Sean. No pneumatics, no nothing, no hydraulics, all electric.
Up in the left-hand corner, that's the slam cam. Frenzy has got that on him. The winner here gets to face the reigning champion. There you see Biohazard pushing Frenzy into the spike strip. Not a whole lot of fierce action right now, but Biohazard scoring here.
Biohazard so patient. We've seen it in all his fights. He waits and waits, and then he brings out that beautiful arm and slams bots up against the spike strip.
This is one of those just stick and move, not a whole lot of overpowering blows, but Biohazard just scoring with the judges. 45-point must system, 3 judges, 15 apiece. They're watching this just like you are.
Frenzy's getting some pops in. He wants to hit Biohazard with his on his back.
How's that self-imposed damage? Right there, you see him drive right into the kill saws, and now he's on his back. Is Biohazard going to give him help? I still don't understand.
Look at the patience. He's gonna toss him. He's gonna bring him to whatever hazard he can.
I know it's BattleBots etiquette to try and flip him over, but the count's begun. 2, 1, and it's over. Biohazard, you're moving on. Guess who you get to face? Vlad the Impaler.
Take a look, rolling right into your living room. Frenzy flipping off the saw. Here's another look at it. Like Bella Caroli with a gymnast, the kill saw helps Frenzy with a somersault. Biohazard won't leave well enough alone, though, so it gets even worse for Frenzy. Look at the power of Biohazard shoving Frenzy high into the Lexan.
Yeah, and Frenzy got hit so hard on that last one, he's going to feel it all through the offseason. Let's go make this decision official.
The winner by knockout and advancing to the heavyweight championship finals, the blue corner, Biohazard.
You know, Bill, it looked to me like Frenzy was trying to play catch-up, got careless, and that kill saw made him pay. How far was Frenzy behind in the battle stats?
You know, when you're behind in a fight, you make mistakes. Biohazard was in charge of this one even before Frenzy got flipped. He out-hit Frenzy 11-7, but it was his ability to get under his opponent and deliver him to the hazards those 4 times that made the difference in this semifinal.
Oh my, and then there were 2, and their names are Vlad the Impaler and Biohazard.
Yeah, and soon enough, there's going to be just one, and he'll have the giant nut to prove it. Coming up, the fight we've been waiting for, the BattleBots Heavyweight Championship.
Hey, the heavyweight championship is serious business, people, and so is this. Please don't construct or operate a robot or a BattleBot without proper supervision, and remember, always wear your goggles. The ghosts of their victims have gathered like dark clouds over the BattleBots, ready for this final death match between defending champion Vlad the Impaler and challenger supreme Biohazard. Bill, this one's going to be nasty.
Oh, and nasty is how we want it to be. I wouldn't want a championship fight any other way. Gage Cauchois' Vlad the Impaler wants that second straight nut, and what Vlad wants, Vlad gets. I like Vlad, but that's a no-brainer.
I agree.
Don't be too quick to count out Biohazard, though. This razor-sharp four-sided wedge has the ability to get underneath Vlad and use that lifting arm to flip his opponent.
Well, a little while ago, our Bill and I had a chance to sit down with Carlo before this fight, and it's the fight of his life.
You practice driving? Because that'll be the key here, right, is to try to outsteer these guys.
Yeah, driving is very important. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to practice much this time because I got a new set of tires with a softer compound. And after about 10 minutes of practicing, I noticed that they were wearing down real quick, so I wasn't able to practice a lot.
You don't have spare tires.
I've got a couple of spares that I might have to put on, but I probably won't be able to because it's about a 3-hour job just to change a couple of tires.
Well, good luck in your next battle, man. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Love the titanium. Cooking for it.
This is the calm before the ultimate storm. Let's check with the finalists box side.
So we're down to the finals. Are you nervous, confident?
I'm very nervous as usual.
So are you changing any plan of attack or just sticking with what's been working for you?
Well, I plan to try to get underneath him immediately and flip him over and end it as soon as possible.
And be the champion, huh?
Hopefully.
So we're down to this. The box is locked, the lights are on. It's heavyweight championship robot fighting time. The reigning champ Vlad the Impaler against the low-to-the-ground challenger Biohazard, who's had an impressive run to get here.
Look how low to the ground he is. Those fenders they're touching the ground. Oh, look at this!
How about that?
He's got the self-riding arm, though. Look at that!
He has never had to use that in all his BattleBots time. Put it in this year, and it's the first time he used it. Biohazard strikes early.
And look how efficient it worked, too. He was right back over before Carlo Bertocchini could come back for another hit.
Woo! Vlad's not used to that. You think he's thinking to himself, man alive, I'm in for a fight. I would have never thought this. You know, Bill, I'm a big Vlad guy.
You are, man, that's all you've been talking about this tournament. Vlad, Vlad, Vlad.
And there's Vlad now coming right back after Carlo Bertocchini and Biohazard. Ooh. There's the kill saws. Do a little bit of damage there to Biohazard. There's Vlad going right back at Biohazard. This is, you give me some, I'm going to give you some back. Here in the heavyweight division, Vlad the Impaler's the reigning king.
It's a similar strategy for both bots. Get underneath, push him into the spike strip.
If you just look at him, if you're a casual observer, you say, Vlad's way too big. But Biohazard's got leverage.
That arm pushes up and away.
Oh,
He's got his back again. And oh, man, that thing worked great.
True, he hasn't used that ever in BattleBots, and he's righted himself twice with it. Obviously, it works.
This is a championship right here.
And you know what? We're inside a minute 30 to go. If you're Vlad the Impaler, you've got to start thinking, if I'm keeping my championship, I've got to do some flipping myself.
I'm behind on points. That's what you're thinking.
Wow, what a great fight. Vlad over there by the pulverizers. Biohazard
got him up against the wall now.
But look at that now, that pneumatic rim that writes himself as being hammered and bent.
Pulverizer's been torn off.
Oh my goodness, the pulverizer's gone.
But the fight goes on.
Now let me tell you, are these guys good? They can even beat up the pulverizer. What a great bout. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Nobody backing down at all.
Heavyweight finals, Biohazard and Vlad the Impaler.
Remember how low to the ground I said Biohazard is? He touches the BattleBox floor. Vlad can't get underneath him.
We're winding down. We're inside of 30 seconds to go.
He's driving right over Biohazard like a lot of other bots have done before.
If Vlad doesn't get a knockout, it looks on my scorecard like Biohazard is going to take away the championship. 10 seconds to go. The countdown's begun. Biohazard on my card wins this one. Bill, do you believe this?
What a fight! Oh,
Oh, man, that's what the finals are all about. What a great heavyweight fight. I'll tell you, from my vantage point, it looks like Biohazard going to be the new heavyweight champion, much to my dismay.
I am right with you, unless the judges saw something that we didn't. Take a look. Biohazard showed Vlad absolutely no respect. Up to daisy, champ. But like any good vampire, Vlad rises from the dead. Biohazard's lifting arm is the story of this fight, holding up Vlad like the catch of the day.
Has Biohazard's dream of an upset come true? Let's find out now from Mark Biro.
The three judges at arena side have turned in a 27-18 decision for the winner and BattleBots heavyweight champion, the blue corner, Biohazard!
Who'd have thunk it? Can you believe this upset city? Biohazard now the new heavyweight champion. Let's find out about it. Let's go box side.
You were good, but not good enough.
Yeah, I did my best. I just couldn't get a good, clean shot under him, and I picked him up a few times, but I couldn't flip him over.
Where does Gage Courtois go from here?
I plan to build a super heavyweight, and it's going to be an awesome robot.
You're always a champion in our book. Very happy to have you.
Thanks a lot, Randy.
Thanks a lot.
Well, Biohazard did it, and Vlad's got a stake right through his heart. Let this celebration commence. And when we come back, we'll break down what's got to rank as one of the biggest upsets in BattleBots history. Call it the shot heard around the world or the upset of the new millennium, just don't call Biohazard the runner-up. That's why his hit on Vlad is our hit of the week. Well, we've got a brand new heavyweight champion, Bill, and to be honest, it was a little bit closer on the scorecard than I expected. Tell us about the battle stats.
Rewind your VCRs. You'll see it was a tight fight. Biohazard just plain deserves the giant nut, out-hitting Vlad 13-8, doubling up the hazard damage 6-3, and most importantly, flipping the former champ twice on his way to BattleBots glory.
Well, let's hear from our competitors down on the floor.
Guys, congratulations. You had to fight the perfect fight to beat him, and you did. He couldn't get underneath you.
Yeah, that was great. He got underneath me a couple of times.
But you stayed below.
It was scary, but that was revenge.
How does it feel now?
Loving it.
Tingly, little tingly. You walk away with $6,000, the golden nut, and more importantly, the knowledge that you guys are the champions in the heavyweight division. Couldn't happen to better people.
What more could you ask for?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
To the victor go the spoils, and to the BattleBots champion goes the giant nut and some money. Let's go to the box for the big presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the new BattleBots heavyweight champion, Biohazard! Accepting the award, Team Biohazard, Carlo Bertoncini.
There you have it, people. Biohazard joins Ziggo as this season's champion of his division. But the season's not done yet, as next week it's the super heavyweights' turn to crown their king. So for Randy and Jason Sklar, the lovely Heidi Mark, the lovely Bill Nye, I'm Sean Salisbury.
And I'm Bill Dwyer. The quest for the giant nut continues in the super heavyweight division. So join us as the meanest gunslinger tries to shoot down his mortal enemies. See you then.
See you later, everybody.
Tuesday, the sparks really start to fly as the middleweight bots advance to the championship showdown. The road to the Golden Nut continues with the BattleBots middleweight finals. One full hour this Tuesday at 10, only on Comedy Central.